Hello creatives, you're welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is David Gladness, and on this particular video we are going to be addressing to how you can print out your designs making use of your smartphone. So as you can see right here, these are some design projects I have handled in the past, and they were being printed out, and all this was actually done by with just my smartphone, right? They were done with just my smartphone, no external app being used. It is just my smartphone. This is one of my students' design, right? One of my students' design. So these are some of the designs I have done some times ago and was printed out. So I think this one was 2023 November, and same as this, you can see them. All these are products of my smartphone. You can see them. All these are products of my smartphone. So do not have this mentality that maybe the fact that you are not having a laptop, then you cannot print out a design. So on this particular video, I'm basically going to be showing you, you can see all these things were done with just my smartphone. I'm going to be showing you on how you can actually design and print them out. How do you know the right size to use, and everything you need to know about printing out your design making use of your smartphone. So please, I am begging you, make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end without fast forwarding, because everything I'm going to be explaining on this video is very, very important. And if you should miss a step, your design will not come out really nice. So without further ado, let's proceed with the video tutorial. Alright creatives, you're welcome back again. So first of all, I am going to be showing you on how you can do this with the Pixel app and even the Canva app. On this video, number one thing I'm going to be showing you is how can you actually know the right size to use for your design, right? How can you know the right size to use for your design? So let's say for example, or for instance, your client just comes to you and is like, I want to design a 4x4 banner. How do you know the right size to use on your Pixel app or on your Canva app? Basically, to change the size of your Canva, when we talk about canvas, the workspace, look, this place, all this place you are designing, they are your workspace as a designer, right? They are your workspace. Anything you are doing within this white space you are seeing right here, they are your workspace, and it can also be addressed to as your canvas. So let's say I want to design right here. Now, how do I know the right size to use? Number one, I'm going to be showing you the Crook method, and which is, let's say for example, or for instance, I want to work with 4x4. This design on its own, this default size is 4 equal sizes, and as you can hear it, 4x4, that is 4 equal sizes. We are working with 4 equal sizes. Even if the person say 2x2 or the person say 1x1, you are still working with the same equal size. You are still working with the same aspect ratio. Now let's say for instance, I come to my image, this place right here, then I click on image size. This is where you change your size. You can see this aspect ratio right here. This is 4x4. We can also consider this to be 8x8. We can consider this to be 1x1. We can even consider it to be let's say half by half, as long as it is still having this same aspect ratio you are seeing right here. Even if I should type in 1x1, let's come here and type in aspect ratio 1:1. Look at it right here. Look at it. It's still giving me the same. This is the Crook method. Look at it right here. It's still giving me the same size. It's not affecting the workspace. So even if I come here, I type in 3x3, it's still going to give, look at this aspect ratio. Just focus on this aspect ratio. It's still going to give me that same aspect ratio 1:1. That is, whatever I want to do, it's me that will now explain to the printing press that, okay, I want it to be a little bit small. This is where I want it to be positioned. Or I want it to be big. How big I want it to be. But whatever way I want it to be, it is still going to be 4 equal sizes. Just like this particular design you are seeing right here. Let me look for it. Just like this this one you are seeing right here is still having the same 4 equal sizes. You can see that they are having the same 4 equal sizes. So even if this person that printed it out wants it to be as small as possible, then they can actually make this really, really big, and they can make it as small as possible, but it is still going to be having 4 equal sizes. The banner is going to be having 4 equal sizes. I hope you are clear with that. That is the Crook method. But then if you want to use the right method, right, please note this video I'm going to be explaining a lot, so make sure you follow to the end. So let's go to the Pixel app, to our Chrome browser. Now let's say the person say I want to design 4x4 banner. I can easily come here and say convert, or just type in 4 feet, because banner work with feet. When we type FT, it stands for feet, or you can just type it into FEET. All right, 4 feet in pixels. 4 feet in pixels. Banner work with feet. Look at it right here. Look at it. 4 feet, or you can just type in convert 4 feet to pixels, and look at the result right here. Look at the 4 feet. 4 feet is 4607 4607.9999999 that you are seeing right here. Now this is where mathematics will now come in. You just need to like approximate instead of 0.99999 and typing all this rubbish. Just type in 4607 points approximately. This is 4608. So if the person wants to design now, all I need to do is to come back to my Pixel Lab image size right here, and then I will input 4600, and instead of me now putting 7.99, you can see even the point is not working on Pixel Lab because we are working with pixels. So I will just use 4608. That's simple. And right here I will input 4608 as well. So you can see that the aspect ratio is still the same thing. It is still the same 4 equal sizes. Now I can even make this 10,000 by 10,000 as long as they are having the same equal sizes. It does not affect. You can see that 10,000 by 10,000 is still the same aspect ratio 1 by 1. They are still having the same equal sizes. But let me try something. Let's now imagine I want to use 10,000 by 5,000. That means this one is 2 by 4, 2 by 1 rather. Look at it. 10,000 by 5,000. That means the width is going to be wider than the height. You can see that. That means the width is going to be wider than the height. You can see that something like this, but a little bit different. Something like the ticket, this thing that you saw now. This particular ticket, look at it, something like this. But it's going to be, this one is inches. This one is inches. When it comes to maybe book designs, they use inches, not feet. It is banners that work with feet. So even if you want to convert, I'm going to be showing you the simplest method again by using Canva. So let's say I want to, I have shown you how you can convert it into pixels. So let's say we want to convert 4 feet into pixels. Sorry, let's just say 4 inches. 4 inches to px. IN stand for inches, then px stand for pixels. You can type it in full if you wish. Now take a look at it. 4 inches right here. Look at it. 4 inches. This is it. This is the result. That is 384. 384. So all I need to do now is to come here, type in 384, and then let's say 2 inches. This is now going to be, let me go to my calculator. 384 divided by 2. That is 192. So that means the height, if they say the height is going to be 2, right? That means the height is going to be this particular answer we are getting here. Or you follow the same process to look for 2 inches as well. So that is going to be 192. And I click on OK. You can see that the size did not change. It's still the same thing. So the best way is you can just, okay, let's say I want to design 4 by 4. I'll just type in 4,000 by 4,000, for example. Even if I type in 4 by 4, it's still the same. And if I should say, okay, I want to do image size, this is going to be 4 by 2. It's still the same. Look at it right there, aspect ratio. And if I should type in 4,000 by 2,000, look at the aspect ratio. It's still the same. It's not affecting. Now, I'm going to be showing you why you need to use an higher number. I'm going to be showing you. But before then, let's quickly head to the Canva app. So right here, I have my Canva app. This might take a little bit time to load. But let me just quickly show you because this is really, really important, right? All right, creative. So as you can see now, the Canva app is done loading, right? Now, if I want to, it is still the same process I have been showing you on Pixel Lab, right? Just tap on this place you are seeing plus. And once you tap on plus, click on this place you are seeing custom size. Now, I am using the Canva Pro. So there is something I actually want to show you here. If you want to have access to the Canva Pro as well, it is not free, but you are going to get it for almost free. I have a trusted vendor I can refer you to. So click on the link in the comment section below. It's going to direct you to my DM, and then from there I'm going to give you the vendor's contact and you can reach out to him. Okay, so look at this place you are seeing widths. Basically, just like I have showed you on Pixel Lab now, if I want to work with it, I can easily type on 4,000 by 4,000. That is 4 by 4. And I can work with 10,000 by 10,000. It is still the same aspect ratio 1 by 1. But then if you are using the Pixel Lab, there is the Canva app rather. There is something you need to know. Look at this place you are seeing pixels. You can see that I'm using the Canva Pro. This thing is unlocked. If you are not using the Canva Pro, this thing is not going to be unlocked in your own place if you are not having access to the Canva Pro. So click on this place you are seeing pixels. This place you can say px stand for pixels. Tap on it. Look at it. We have inches, we have millimeter, we have centimeter. So the person comes to you, okay, I want to design something, and the inches is going to be, let's say it's going to be 20 inches by, or let's just say they say 20 inches by 40 inches. Then this place is going to be 20. This place is going to be 20, and the height is going to be 40. That is, now if I should click on create new design now, just take a look at the size it's going to give me. Let's see the size it's going to give me. It's going to be like 2x4 banner. It's going to be like 2x4. Look at it right here. Look at the size it's giving to me right here. Look at the size. I zoom in with my hand. Look at the size right here. I can tap on it. Let me click on color to show you what I'm explaining. Then I click on color. And let's say, for example, I want to use red color, right? Now, take a look at it. So whatever you design here now will be printed out. It will be printed out. But then I'm going to be showing you how you can multiply and save your design in a very high quality and why it is really needed. Why it is really, really important. So as you can see right here, look at it right here. So whatever I design now, once it is being saved, all I need to do is to send it to my client and it will be printed out in, I'll give them the right size, right? So there is something you need to know on the Canva app, and this is what I want to show you right now. So let's go back to the custom size. Let's go back to the custom size. Let's tap on plus and then click on custom size. Now, instead of if you're having the Canva Pro, you don't even have to go to your Chrome browser to go and be using that calculator of a thing to be searching convert so feet to so feet. All you need to do, just like I did now, 20 by 40 in what is it called? In inches. Sorry, in inches. Remember, if you are not using the Canva Pro, you cannot tap on this. It will only remain in pixels. So let's say 20 by 40. If I want to convert it to my pixels now, you know this is in inches. I'll just tap on this place you are saying inches and I'll click on pixels, and automatically the new size is going to appear. That is, if I want to work with pixels, you can see immediately I tap on it was on inches before. That is in inches. This is 20 by 4 feet, 20 by 40. But then if I want to use it in pixels, this 20 by 40 is not going to be 20 by 40 in pixel size. It's going to be 1920 by. Now let's go ahead. Since 20, you can see 20 is telling me that this width 20 is 1920. Now let's go back to my Chrome browser to search what I'm trying to explain. Let's say convert, or let's just say 20 inches to pixels. Sorry, to pixels. 20 inches to pixels. Now you can see this is an online calculator. Look at it. Online calculator. I'll just tap on it. It might not show just like it showed us in the first results. So I'll just come here. Look at it. Look at what we are working with. Inches. Look at it. Look at this, the answer here. Look at it in pixels. That is 1920. 1920. And look at it right here. You can see it right here. It's still the same thing. So you don't have to stress yourself. You do not have to stress yourself. So that is basically how you know the right size. So if someone should come to you now and is like, okay, I want to design a 2x2 banner, or I want to design a 2x4 banner. Those 2x4 banner are like all this POS banner, like all this type of banner right here. This particular banner you are seeing right here. Let me look for the picture. Yeah, just like this particular one you are seeing right here. Okay. Yeah, like this one you are seeing right here. This is 2x4. This is 2x4 banner. This is the size for 2x4. All I need to do now is just to come to this place. Then I can use 2x4. That is, I'm working with banner feet, 2x4 feet. So it can be 2 feet by 4. You can see aspect ratio is 1/2. But then if I should multiply 1 times 2 is what? That is, if I input 1 here and I input 2 here, you can see this is the aspect ratio. So if I should say, okay, 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. You can see the aspect ratio is still the same, but it can be multiplied. That is, if this one is even 10, then this one is going to be 20. You can see it's giving me the same aspect ratio. And if this one is 100, that means this one is going to be 200. Whatever size I'm using here, operation multiply it by how many I can do that to. So I can multiply this by saying 500 by 1000. It's still giving me the same aspect ratio. You can see that it's the same size that was used for this particular banner right here. Now, how do you save your design in a very high quality? Why do you need to save it in an high quality? Let's say, for instance, someone comes to you and then you want to design for them. One thing I will always advise you to do is to save it in a very high resolution. Let me show you one of the one of the clients I worked with, and take a look at it. I did this with my smartphone. Actually, the client, look at the question. I did this with my smartphone, and somebody that want to use computer to print it out. Look at what the person said. The printer said the resolution is too high. They say the resolution of something I did with my smartphone is too high on computer. Why is it high? I mean, something I did with my smartphone, is it supposed to be high for laptop? So that is to show you that it is not about the software you are using. It is not about the software. I am not disputing the fact that if you are using laptop, it makes things easier. But then, if you know what you are doing, some Photoshop designers, some people that are even using big computers, you can do better than them. Some of them actually depends on who is handling the software. So now, this is what I do, the secret I do to my own designs. Now let me quickly go to some of my projects, and I'm going to be showing you on how you can multiply the size of the quality of your designs, right? So let me quickly go to some of the projects I've worked on before. So as you can see, this is aspect ratio 4:4, right? This is 4:4. It's the same 4 equal sizes. 1:1, aspect ratio 1:1. So if you should come here, you can see that I saved this as 6000 by 6000. Now the reason is because I have increased the resolution. Basically, this is the Pixel Lab default size, 1280 by 1280. It's still giving me the same size. Now let me quickly save it as my image, and I click on save to gallery, and let's wait for this to save up. That's the first one I saved, right? Now let me resave this, but this time around I'm going to be clicking on this place, and then I'll click on ultra. That's the second one I am saving. This is the second one I'm saving, and you can see it is taking time to load than the first one. Now let's now do this again, but this time around, instead of working with 1280 by 1280, let's clear this up and work with 7000 by 7000. Now what is happening is that I increase the size, I'm increasing the resolution. Then I'll click on OK, and I'll click on save to gallery, save to image, and I will not click on ultra or anything. I'll just click on save to gallery, and let's wait for this. This is going to take a little bit time. Now one thing you need to know is that it all depends on the type of design you are working with. It all depends on the type of design you are working with. The fact that I multiply this by 2, I increase the size of this, does not mean you will increase the size of your own like that. For this particular design, this particular software, right, this particular phone I'm using, I can save it for at least, I can work with 10,000 by 10,000, but depends on the design layer. If the layer is not too much, you can see this one is taking time to save. If the layer is not too much, I can save it by 7,000 by 7,000. I can even save it 10,000 by 10,000. But if the layer is much, if the design layer is much, and I try to save it in a very high quality like that, it might not work, right? So if you are using a phone lesser than mine, and you are trying to save yours in 7,000 by 7,000 because it's having the same 4 equal sizes, like you are seeing right here, because it's having the same 4 equal sizes, then you went ahead to go and save 5,000 by 5,000. Your phone might not save it. It all depends on the type of phone you are using. Now I'm going to be going to my gallery, and then we are going to be checking something out. We are going to be checking out something, right? So we are going to see the quality of those designs. Now take a look at it right here, images. You can see these are the 3 images I just saved. This is the one I saved last, this is the one I saved second, and this is the first one. Now this was the one I saved by 280 by 280. Now let's click on this place you are seeing more, and then we'll click on details. Now look at the image, the resolution. The resolution is 1280 by 1280, and look at the file size. It's not even up to 1 MB. That is 642 kilobytes. Look at it right here. And let's go to the second one. Let's come to this place you are seeing details, and click on details. Look at this one. Look at the file size, 2.6 MB. And look at the resolution. The resolution is 3000. That is, it multiplied that 1280 by 1280. It multiplied it by 2, if I'm not mistaken. It multiplied that particular original resolution by 2. Or it added its own. Look at it right here. The resolution is 3664. 264 rather. You can see they are having the same 4 equal sizes, and the size is 2.6 MB. Now let's come here and click. This is the one I saved by 7,000 by 7,000. Now let's check. Look at the resolution, 7,000 by 7,000. That is, if I want to, and the resolution is very, very high. Is at least nice. That is why you will now be getting this type of comment that the resolution is too high. So look at the size as well, 2.6 MB. Now let me quickly show you something. Let me zoom in. You can see how far this can zoom in. I have zoomed into the highest. This is the first one actually. This is the first one. Look at it. Now let me go back to the second one. Look at how far this can zoom in. You can see that, right? Look at how far this one can zoom in. You can see it. This is how far this can zoom in. The first one, look at how far it can zoom in. Let's focus on the lady's head. You can see it, and I'm on the this thing. Now let's come back here and let's zoom in. Look at how far this one can zoom in. Look at it. And now let's go to the third one and let's see how far we can zoom this in. You can see that the resolution is very, very high. So this is how you can save your design in a very, very good quality. So this type of design, now if they should print out the 2, it's not like this one is not going to come out good though. But then if they want to print this out in a very, very big manner, they can print it out to be very, very big as possible. They can print it as big as possible. But this one, if they want to print this one as big as this one is going to appear sharp than this one is appearing. this one is going to be appearing sharper than this one, and this one as well is going to be appearing sharp than this. So if you're not saving in an high resolution, your design might come out a little bit blur. It might come out a little bit blur. But if you want your design to be as smart as my own, like the ones that has been printed out, and then you can see even the printing press is saying, somebody that is using computer, that the printer said the resolution is too high. Imagine. And all these things were done with my smartphone. Look at it, and it comes out neatly. Who will know that this was done with smartphone? Except I said it. Now don't mind this type of line you are seeing right here. This is because of the printing press. Their printer was the one that caused this particular line. It is not the fault of the designer. This particular line you are seeing here, this is for a product label I have worked with. But then you can see this one is not having that type of line. You can see that this one is not having that type of line. So it's because of the printer. So all these things are coming out smartly because of the sizes I use. Look at this. This one is 2x4. So look at how neat the design came out. So you yourself be able to increase the quality. Look at them. Look at how they came out. Even my clients were happy about the results to the extent they sent me how it look. Look at it right here. Look at the designs. How sharp they appear. Nobody is going to know that this thing was done with a smartphone or not, except I mentioned. So do not have the mentality of thinking until you have a laptop before you can print out a design. Look at this. Just look at this. Look at how sharp the design came out. Very, very neat. Look at how neat the design came out. These are not recent design, and yet they are looking neat. This is one of my students' design. So you should be able to like increase the quality of your designs and know the right size. So if someone comes to you and is like, okay, I want to design a 2x4 banner, all you need to do is to go to your browser, convert. If they are working with feet, banner work with feet. Sometimes you might not know. Let's say, for example, I want to design a banner, right? And I don't know, maybe banner is working with feet. How do I now know? Just come here and type in what size can I use to calculate a banner, right? Okay, calculate banner. You can see that. What size can I use to calculate banner? Look at it right here. You can see FT. That is, banner works with feet. Banner work with feet. FT. It doesn't mean you cannot calculate it in pixels as well. Okay, 2x4 feet, 4x6 feet. So all you need to do is just to like multiply it. Okay, the person wants to work with 4x4. Then what is 4 feet to pixels? And look at it, 4 feet. Look at it right here. And then you come to your design software, either Pixel Lab or Canva. Then you input it there. So thank you for sticking around to the end of this video tutorial. I hope it has been helpful. Please, if this video has been helpful, do well to give the video a thumbs up and do well to comment if the video has been helpful and it has helped you solve a problem so far. However, if you have any question, do well to drop your question in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are yet to. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video once again. See you on the next one.